Hi folks, it's John from lastchanceautorestore.com. This is an upcoming project. This is a really nice, I'm sure we're going to discover some issues as we're going, but a really nice Ford F100 regular cab, short bed, step-side truck. We're going to be doing performing basically a total rotisserie restoration. The body's going to come off the frame, and it's going to be highly customized. We have a Ford Crown Victoria Police Interceptor vehicle that's going to be the donor for a lot of the components, the suspension, the high output engine, the rear axle and diff assembly, and hopefully a lot of the braking. And so most of the components that we can utilize, and then we're going to be playing with the height of the vehicle. So this is going to be a total custom. So basically this truck is a donor, if you will. So it started its life as a flathead 8, 3-speed manual transmission. Very desirable style. Most people really like this front grille setup. Our panel here is just resting on the alarm. They're not bolted to the front fenders. But the bones of the vehicle look to be quite nice. This was a project vehicle that we obtained for one of our friends and clients, and this is his favorite year of Ford. And you can see there's a lot of paint that's been peeling off. Hasn't ever been really painted properly or correctly. We've got our running boards that are just basically set on. There's going to be some rust issues, I'm sure. The front cowl and lower area, once we remove the fenders and down by the floor, really common rusted out areas or rust through areas. On the inside, you can see the glove box. We still have the original Made in Windsor, Canada tag that's screwed on the inside of the glove box. It has the serial number, wheelbase, color, and a lot of the important information on it. The 3 on the tree, on the column, which we'll be changing. And you can see the interior is pretty much gutted. We've got a lot of surface rust and flaking from incorrect paint jobs over the years. But we'll be basically an upcoming job. We'll be disassembling the truck, and then we'll discover all of the problem issues, I'm sure. But really, it looks to be in quite decent shape. There's a lot of reaction going on with the paint and lack of proper treatment, before when it was painted previously. The back window is the narrow, long window. Someone incorrectly has installed a radio antenna in the back, so obviously we'll be fixing or correcting that. And when you look inside the bed, we've got an old sign, it looks like here, that out of old plywood or something that they've just laid in on top of the missing floor. This would have been a wooden floor from the factory with the original strips. We'll be doing some nice work with that. Whenever we look at project vehicles, I always like to look at inside of the bed, the back of the cab, the roof of the cab, because it gives us a pretty good idea of what kind of life this poor little truck had earlier. Earlier videos we shared with you, there was a 1950 Ford short bed that we did a complete ground-up restoration on also, but we kept it authentic looking, but it was used and abused kind of thing. It was probably a wood truck doing a lot of firewood, because there was a tremendous amount of dents and damage and banged in tailgates. And you can see this one too. You've got some dents in the tailgate and along this top rail, but this is the original tailgate. So after we media blast and strip all of it down to bare metal, we'll probably be able to do the same thing as we do with all of our other vehicles, save the original metal as much as possible, and just cut out the bad spots with all new. We've got the correct looking Ford tail lights. Someone's added some aftermarket tail lights down below, so we'll make sure that we have the proper look. And then as we come along the back, you can see when we look at the cab, I like this seam here, other than it's rusted. We don't have very much or any damage that I can tell so far. Back here you can see where the paint is flaking off. This is body filler, so there's been some dings and dents along the back that someone's repaired, and that's why this section is flaking off. The nice thing is we're going to be stripping this cab down to bare metal, so then we'll see if any surprises along the way. Along the side you can see we have our fender, our filler. We're going to change the style of this a little bit when we do our custom truck. The bottom of the door looks to be quite punky, so we'll be dealing with that. And then on our bedside here, really common in this lower section, and you see someone's done an incorrect repair. We got lots of body filler on top. No surprises. We knew that when we went to look at this truck to try to obtain it. It was in a barn for several years, and these are all common areas. Not too concerned or worried about it because the bones or the main structure of this truck appear to be in quite nice condition. I'm sure we're going to be doing work to the lower hinge, the lower floor, and the rocker panels, but it's a really nice starting point for a restoration. We've got lots of components. Some are missing, but a lot of them we're going to be updating, being more of a resto mod kind of truck, if you will. So just a basic introduction. We'll probably come along this side just to share with you. I think we kind of missed this side as we walked along, but excellent potential, and then we're going to lever there, so you can see the firewall is in decent shape. Once we remove the inner and outer fenders, when the inner fenders are removed from the lower firewall and floor area, I won't be shocked or surprised to see quite a bit of corrosion there. We'll have to do some repair. This engine we'll be using in a different project, an upcoming project. Being a flathead 8, we've got some older 20s. We'll probably do like a hot rod or something later on. So this engine won't be used, or driveline won't be used for this project. As I mentioned earlier, it's going to be a 4.6 high output police pursuit fuel injected engine is what will be the new heart and soul of this truck. So nice solid bones, quite a rare truck. They're getting harder and harder to find. So we just thought we'd bring it in. Terrible weather outside today, so we thought we would just bring it in off the trailer, just share with you this upcoming project. So it's a Ford F100 regular cab short bed Stepside. It's going to be a full custom build. I thank you for watching. I'm John from lastchanceautorestore.com.